I get it. Scrolling through endless bathroom renovation videos, you see these sleek, matte white soaking tubs that look like they were plucked straight out of a design magazine. Then you picture yourself actually stepping into one, only to wonder if the dimensions will even fit through your front door, if the weight will make the floor creak, or if the luxury label is just a marketing trick. A lot of people end up with a tub that looks perfect on the screen but feels cramped, rattles when you move, or turns out to be a nightmare to install. That hesitation is real, and that's why I'm breaking down the WOODBRIDGE 63-inch stone resin soaking tub before you click Add to Cart. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the size. At 63 inches long and 28.35 inches wide, this tub sits in the sweet spot between a compact alcove model and a full-size soak-in. If your bathroom is around 8 feet long, you'll have enough clearance to walk around it without feeling like you're navigating a tightrope. I've measured a typical master bathroom layout that includes a vanity, a toilet, and a shower stall. The tub can be placed against a wall or freestanding in the center, and it still leaves at least a foot of walking space on each side. That's the kind of practical geometry that saves you from having to knock down a wall after you've already bought the tub. Now, the material. WOODBRIDGE markets this as a solid surface stone resin, and that really matters when you start thinking about everyday use. The surface is marketed as scratch-resistant, and because it's a composite rather than natural stone, you don't have to worry about etching from harsh cleaners or mineral deposits. In my own research, I've seen homeowners who love to use bath bombs or even a bit of colored bath oil without fearing a permanent mark. The resin also feels smoother than a traditional acrylic tub, which makes the surface less likely to snag on hair or a loofah. For families with kids who love to play splash games, that resistance to surface wear translates into a tub that keeps looking fresh for years. Insulation is another hidden advantage. The solid surface core is denser than a typical acrylic model, which means it holds heat longer. In a real-world scenario, you fill the tub with hot water, settle in, and you'll notice the water stays warm for a good 20-30 minutes, even if your bathroom isn't a heated space. That can cut down on the temptation to keep the faucet running to reheat the water. A small but noticeable energy saving, especially if you love those long, leisurely soaks after a workout or a long day at work. One thing you have to consider is the weight. This tub is described as rigid and heavy-duty, and that's not just marketing fluff. At roughly 250 pounds, it's definitely not a piece you can lift onto the floor by yourself. The installation guide recommends at least 2 people for positioning, plus a floor joist that can handle the load. If you live in an older home with a finished basement ceiling, you'll want to double-check that the floor framing can support that weight without sagging over time. In short, if you're handy and have a solid subfloor, the installation will feel like a straightforward weekend project. If you're renting or have a delicate floor, you might need a professional to reinforce the joists, which adds to the total cost. Speaking of cost, the value proposition comes from a combination of size, material, and the freestanding vibe that usually costs extra. Many freestanding tubs on the market charge a premium for a sculpted shape or a porcelain finish, but the stone resin approach gives you that same high-end look without the fragility of ceramic. The matte white finish also has the practical perk of hiding water spots better than glossy surfaces, which is a subtle but appreciated benefit for anyone who doesn't want to be polishing the tub after every use. Who should buy this? If you're a homeowner who enjoys a deep, relaxing soak and you have the floor space to accommodate a 63-inch length, this tub checks a lot of boxes. It's especially appealing for couples who want to share a tub without feeling cramped, or for single dwellers who see the bathroom as a personal spa sanctuary. The scratch-resistant surface and good heat retention make it a solid choice for families with kids who aren't afraid to splash. If you already have a modern, minimalist bathroom aesthetic, the matte white will blend in without clashing with tile or cabinetry. Who should skip it? If you're dealing with a small half-bath, a narrow alcove, or a bathroom where the plumbing is set up for a standard 60-inch tub, you'll run into fit issues. Also, if you're on a tight budget and the extra cost of a professional installation isn't feasible, a lighter acrylic model might serve you better. Lastly, if you're renting or your lease restricts modifications, the need for a sturdy floor may be a deal breaker. Now, let's talk about the practical downsides that often